Hey guys, Dan here from Your Guitar Academy, and it's the penultimate lesson this time round. And before we get to a really fun thing next lesson, whereby I'm going to get Ollie back and we're going to do a little bit more testing of me and you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now put the backing track on. So last time we did a kind of slower version of the loop. Now we're going to put the backing track on and talk about using these concepts melodically as well. So pick up the guitar and let's get started. Hey there guys, if you've just joined us, then don't forget that you can get all the write-ups, the tab, the fretboard diagrams and everything else over on the website absolutely free, and the link will be below in the description. If you're watching us here on YouTube absolutely free, then please do like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment. We do our absolute best to get back to every single question that you guys have about the course. Okay then guys, so hopefully you enjoyed the last lesson. There was a lot going on there. So what I want to do in this lesson is really zone it into one part of the neck. So I'm going to choose this original part of the neck. Okay, so I'm going to choose the D minor there, the C, the A minor, and the G major, all in that position. And I want you to just do that as well. And we're going to work through this in a more methodical way, and start to get some really melodic work going. Okay, so I'm going to lay out a little formula for you guys here. First of all, we're going to, and just bear with me on this, first of all, over the D minor, I want you guys to play the D minor pentatonic and the D minor scale. So I want you to play these two. Shape 4 D minor pentatonic, and the D minor scale. Now you can play a little bit of the full scale, all the full scale. You can play all the pentatonic or no pentatonic. However you choose to mix and match, that is up to you. But I want you to know one thing is that within that D minor scale, remember that our overall key is actually C major, right? It's this kind of D, Dorian, C major, so no sharps or flats. Within the D minor scale, we've got a B flat, okay? Really, really important note to notice. Everything else, all the rest of these notes, these are all just natural notes, so A, C, D, E, F, all the notes that you'd expect in a C major scale. So when you hit that note, you're going to be deliberately pulling the user, the person's ear to challenge them, as it were, okay? Because what you'd kind of want to hear, the more you start to hear this song, you'd kind of want to naturally hear just all those notes from the C major scale, okay, in your improvisation. We're deliberately not going to do that, which I really like. So over that D, I want to hear you try and reference that, just to see, do I like that, do I not? So let's start with that. If you really don't like the sound of that, then just go for that minor pentatonic in D. Sounds great. Then when it goes to the C, I want you to simply play the arpeggio. Okay, I really like that back bit of that C major arpeggio, but you can play that bit. I just want you to play the arpeggio notes. There's no time for anything else really, okay? And that's the most definitive and guaranteed way to kind of play through a chord. And then when it gets to the A minor, I want you to use there, we're kind of in the key, aren't we? A minor, C major, it's the same chord, same key. So we want the A minor pentatonic box 1 and A minor full scale. And then when you get to the G, I want you to use the G arpeggio in this position. And I want you to use the G pentatonic as well. Let's see if we can get away with the G pentatonic to start with. Okay, so just to summarize, we've got D, D minor, pentatonic, shape 4, full scale, shape 4, over the C, arpeggio, over the A minor, we've got our pentatonic and full scale, and over the G, we've got arpeggio mainly, and also we're going to use a bit of the pentatonic, but we might just stick around with that arpeggio. So let's get that backing track on and have a little play around with this, shall we? This will be very interesting. I'm going to do it a good few times around. I'm going to talk over some, I'm just going to play in others, and we'll see how we do. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's that B flat. I've just gone straight in. Now, I'm going to deliberately now just play in C major, so D Dorian. That's fun. Now let's bring back in a bit of targeting. Oh. And stop there for a second. So, what I want to draw your attention to there, and this is probably the most important lesson, is we combine two ideas, okay? We combine the idea of playing in a key, so using the notes of the C major scale in that case to play over this chord progression, giving it a D Dorian feel, and combining that with playing actually over the individual chord, targeting the tones from that chord, utilizing the idea of bringing in the pentatonic scale and the full scale to bring something different to it. And everything we've done throughout the major course and the minor course in our CAGED course system has been over an exercise. So it's been over a situation where I've forced you to change with the chord because literally the key is changing each time. So you're having to change. So you're learning to do that using that exercise, and that's giving you the tools you need to now, in a real world example whereby we've got a song that fits into a key, as you know, a lot of songs will, most songs that you're going to play to are going to fit to a key of some kind. You can bring that in when you want to, okay? So you can just go back and play over the key and you'll play differently, right? So you'll play, like I was very much playing more considered when I was playing over the changes, and I was giving it more. you know, giving it more dynamically, just kind of mindlessly almost going for it, but with the heart, you know, with the soul, with the passion, not using your brain, very much using your feelings to just go for that, okay? And that's really good. But to do a whole solo like that all the time, you will kind of run out of steam a little bit. So to bring back the kind of thinking mind and go through it in terms of the changes gives you something else. It gives you a different approach and it will break up your soloing. So it's a great thing to use both, and that's what's so cool about this, okay? This approach that you've now got is just instantly leveled up your playing. From whatever you were doing before, now when you put on that backing track, as well as just going, okay, I'm just gonna jam in, you know, A minor pentatonic over this A minor key. Now I'll be thinking, okay, well actually when it does go to that E minor, I am gonna start to reference the triad, start to reference maybe the E minor pentatonic instead of the A minor pentatonic. So actually utilizing these different notes. And you'll be surprised how much of a difference it will make to your soloing. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I think you need to have a bit of fun now with that backing track, trying to apply some of this. And in the last lesson, I'm gonna bring back lovely Ollie to go through and just really just solidify the last of this kind of knowledge, essentially. So I'll see you then. Okay, guys, so that's it for this lesson. Now, if you want to see the next lesson along in the series, then click the big old box that will pop up here. And if you want to start from the beginning of the playlist here on YouTube, click the box here. Also, please do remember to like the video, subscribe to our channel for all of these wonderful courses, as well as leave us a comment. We really do our best to get back to every single question that you guys have about the course. I'll see you next time.